Hey guys, week 9, and I am feeling it, man. I don't know anything about this social media stuff. I had no idea how confounding and how confusing and how hard it would be to come up with all these ideas for doing stuff. Oh my gosh, man. I don't even know. I know I'm going to make it to week 12, but my gosh, it has been a challenge and a journey, and the burnout is real, man. I hope, my hope is that I don't have to continue making this amount of content. Well, obviously, at the end of the 12-week program, I'm going to look at what's working, what's not working, what's been coming up organically better than the other, and probably cut some channels. I'll still post on them now and again, but not anything that's like, oh, I got to do, so many posts a week or any of that kind of stuff. Did super solid this week again, but it's almost getting to the point where it's not as much fun as it was in the beginning. And I think that's what probably knocks people out of this is that they get to the point where they're like, oh man, this just isn't fun anymore. I'm having a little bit of fun on the YouTube channel. I'm doing behind the scenes on my images, so you can see what all went into the creative process in terms of editing from raw AI into a finished product, a finished artistic work. And those are all available on the channel. Obviously, I did over the weekend have like a heavy moment, and I did a video that's outside my purview of things, just because it was weighing on my mind, and it was the top 3 reasons why everyone over 40 must have a YouTube channel. And you should really hop over and check that one out, because the number one reason, if you're in my age range, I can't think of a better reason to have a YouTube channel, even if nobody watches. So I'm having a lot of fun with this. Let's pull out the book and see what all we got. I know I got on YouTube, I had 5 or 6 long form videos last week. Did 12 Instagram carousels, 6 reels, 7 shorts, and obviously my week 8 video, and this is now week 9 video. Did the website maintenance, did the TikToks, did the Facebook, and man, it's hard. It's really, really hard to come up with stuff to do this. And I've created hundreds and hundreds of images, just raw AI stuff, but so much of it has potential to become, posters and premium prints and puzzles, that it's just mind-boggling. It's like, I can't believe I'm creating this stuff. So that's the majority of what goes out on the carousels and the reels. I just don't have the time, or maybe the thought process, because I'm new at this, behind, doing individual, little 1 minute, 2 minute videos of myself. And to be honest with you, I don't think people want to see me that much. They'd rather see the art than the old fart, sitting in his chair at his office going, hey, let me tell you about what happened to me today. But it's been kind of a week. I had to change the battery in my wife's vehicle, and thank goodness I had some help from what may be a future son-in-law. I don't know. Maybe it's too early to tell. But I got to do the brakes on my car this weekend, so I got other shit to do. I just can't sit around and do this stuff. And, I've been doing a lot of research on where my wife and I are going to move once my son finishes high school in the next 2 years, which is more than likely going to be outside the country, travel the world type of thing. But that's a completely different story. I mean, this 12-week challenge, anybody that wants to take this on is going to be in for it, man, because it is hard. And I see now why there's so many people out there that have started YouTube channels and started social media marketing and started, trying to sell their artwork and stuff, and they just peace out, because after a couple of weeks of seeing the traction move as slowly as it does when you're building completely organically, I mean, I have no doubt if I was able to spend a bunch of money promoting things on Instagram and promoting things on Facebook and promoting things on TikTok and promoting things on Pinterest and promoting, videos and shorts on YouTube to get that number up faster, I can see where it would be very helpful. I don't honestly know, because I'm not going to do it that way. I don't honestly know like how much that would affect the traction. I mean, they give you little numbers, like, oh, you'll reach, 1.5 thousand more people, or you'll reach 4,000 more people with this, but that doesn't guarantee anybody's going to watch it. That just means it puts it in front of them, or it gives it a more premium spot in front of them. And I see a lot of stuff that's sponsored and promoted. Now that I've been doing this, trying to do this organically, it just like, I notice like, oh, that's promoted. Oh, that's sponsored. So there's a lot of people out there willing to spend the money for it. And I'm just not one of those people, and maybe that's a little bit wrong of me, but my thought is if I build this organically, it will be bigger and longer lasting than if I build it with ads. I put my posters, premium prints, and puzzles on Etsy just as another outlet to get some more eyeballs on the stuff, and I could promote stuff over there. And I've watched enough videos to know that there are people that are very successful on Etsy. But the one thing I've noticed is they always tell you their revenue, and revenue does not equate to how much they're taking in. And they always talk about the ads. So they're spending a lot on ads, and they may not be making much money. I mean, it's one thing to have 100,000 in sales in a month on Etsy, and it's a totally different thing to have 70,000 of that be profit, because revenue does not equate to profit in any way, shape, or form. There's so many things behind the scenes, especially if you're dealing with print on demand. I mean, if you're dealing with print on demand and you're offering free shipping, so you're paying the shipping charges, and you're offering, you're only trying to profit a $2 off of every item. So you're trying to sell stuff super cheap, or maybe you got it priced up, but then you offer 40% off and your margin tanks, and you are only making like $2 off of something. Then $100,000 in sales means nothing, because if you sell $100,000 in sales, so you sell 10,000 items and you don't hardly make anything off of it. If you're making less than $2 off of it, so yeah, you made $20,000 that month, but how much did you spend in advertising? Did you spend 10, 12, 14 grand in advertising? So you really only made $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 that month. And then is all that work worth $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Whereas I believe once organic takes off, once you organically start to grow and things start to move, you can price your pieces appropriately, because they take a lot of work, and so does all of the behind the scenes stuff. And when you can price your things appropriately, you're not selling yourself out. I mean, this stuff is my creativity. Well, not that one. That one I bought somewhere, but I love white tigers, and I love, the reflection of the little kitten in the white tiger. And it's true. Mindset is everything. But the thing is I'm finding that the further I go in this 12-week challenge, the less fun it is. And that's not what I want. But I'm going to complete the 12-week challenge, and then it will be a completely different ball game. I can get back to having fun with it. I can get back to being a little more less conscious of how many times I'm posting, and get into a little bit more of quality posting. But the whole thing is to just gain traction so that when things do take off, they take off. And I feel I have priced my artwork accordingly for what I'm doing, and I feel that I'm comfortable with the profit margin that my artwork makes. So I don't typically run sales. I don't typically offer discounts on things. I don't offer free shipping, because each item that I sell in each different size is a different shipping price from my POD supplier. So how am I going to know how to price? I would have to price that into every single item. So I would be pricing my items even higher if I was saying, oh, free shipping in the United States. Well, guess what? I'm going to, on a puzzle, I'm going to up the price of that another 16 or 18 bucks. So I'm covered on the shipping, or whatever that happens to be. And to me, that's not fair to the customer. Like, I need to price my artwork at a comfortable price for myself, for the creativity involved in it, and the things that I do. And then if the customer wants it, they want it. And that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. You can look through Etsy and you'll see stuff for 10, 12, 14 bucks. And it's like, I know print on demand prices. You're only making, 97 cents every time you sell one of those things. So, week 9's been great. This has definitely been an eye-opening experience, particularly the last 2 weeks, because it's been so difficult to do. But I keep plugging along, and I keep keeping myself, accountable, and I'm making these videos, and you guys are holding me accountable. So, if there's something that I'm missing, or maybe you've got a tip for me, drop it down in the comments on the video, and I appreciate it. Any help is always good help. Unless it's, hey, come buy my course for $1,000, because I'm not buying a course for $1,000 either. I'm not selling one. So, we're still doing the good deed. We're still doing what needs to be done. And I've got 2.5 more weeks to go. And in 2.5 more weeks, I'm going to go, whew, and I'm going to go back to, how can I make this 100% fun again? How can I make this enjoyable for myself to do? And how can I continue to engage without making it such a huge, part of my week and my thought processes and stuff like that? And I can go back to recording some more personalized little shorts and videos and stuff like that, just because I'll have the time and my brain power won't be used up trying to make sure I get all my I's dotted and my T's crossed. So I'm in progress on the 6th piece of art. Once the 6th one's up, the timer will start ticking, and I won't be posting anything else new until I have 6 new images. And when the 6 new images go up, the 6 that are up now, or the 6 that will be up here very shortly, there's 5 up now. When I'm done with the 6, I'll put it up. Those will go in the vault. They're going away. So if you want one of the 5 that I have up, or the 6th one that I put on there, grab it. And I would definitely recommend getting the premium prints, because they're going to hold up a lot longer. You're going to need to find a frame for them, get something that's your style, because I don't feel the POD suppliers offer, super nice frames. I mean, if I get something and it's going in my man cave or my little office area or whatever, I want to pick out a frame that I really think looks good for that piece. I don't just want like a little black frame or a little white frame, or anything like that. I want to pick out something nice that says, hey, this artwork belongs in that frame. So just, I babbled on long enough. This old coot can babble forever. So I will see you guys on the next one. And next week is week 10. I'm getting down to the wire here, man. I am feeling it, but I'm going to keep on keeping on. And if you guys will just like and comment and subscribe, I would appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Remember, let the chaos out. Become creative.